Hello folks, this is the question of 2015 October-November paper 2-3 and the question number is 3. It states that a steel ball falls from a platform on a tower to the ground below here as shown in figure 3.1. The ball falls from rest through a vertical distance of 192 meters. So this distance is 192 meters and the mass of the ball is 270 grams. So this is it is 0.270 kg. Assume air resistance is negligible, so free fall. Calculate the time taken for the ball to fall to the ground. So to find the time, the relation will be equal to this h is equal to 1 by 2 gt square, which gives us this t is equal to root of this twice h by g. And that will be equal to if I put the values, it will be 2 into h is 192 and this g is 9.81. so the value comes to be equal to, if I use the calculator here, the value will be 2 into 192 divided 9.81 equal to, so its square root will be equal to, its square will be equal to yes, so it is 6.256 meters, which will be, if I use 2SF, it is 6.3 meters, sorry, 6.3 seconds. The maximum K of the ball, so the K will be when it falls, the maximum velocity will be here, so the maximum K also should be equal to here, or we can say in other words, what happens is the K is equal to the transformed form of potential energy. The K is equal to the energy obtained by the transformation of the potential energy. So that's why I must have this 1 by 2 mv square should be equal to this K is equal to mg into h. So that's equal to m is equal to 0.270 into g is 9.81 into this height is equal to 192 meters. So that will be equal to so it is 0.270 into 9.81 into 192. So that will be equal to, it is 508.55 joules, it will be equal to 509 joules. Now number 2 says, state and explain the variation of the velocity of the ball with time as the ball falls to the ground. So since the air resistance is negligible, the force is equal to constant. So if force is constant, the acceleration should be equal to constant. So the velocity will be v increases uniformly from the initial value from the initial value of 0. Okay, now show that the velocity of the ball on reaching the ground is approximately 60 meters per second. So that will be given by v square equal to u square plus 2gh, and that's equal to u equal to 0, so the only term is 2gh, which gives us v equal to root of 2gh, and that's equal to 2 into 9.81 into this 192 once again whole root, and that will be equal to 2 into 9.81 into 192 equal to, and its root will be equal to, so it is 61.33 meters, which is approximately 60 meter per second. So given by the question. Now in the next question, what we have is, in practice air resistance is not negligible. The variation of the air resistance R with the velocity v of the ball is as shown. So the resistance force increases along with velocity. Though this is not directly proportional, it increases. When v was 0, this resistance was 0, and when V increases, it increases even at more and more rapid rate. So now the first question says is, use figure 3.2 to state and explain qualitatively the variation of the acceleration of the ball. So we have to find about the variation of acceleration of the ball. Now the solution to this question will be, for any object which is falling, under gravity and which has got some air resistance, it will be, the body is here, this is the force of gravity which is mg, this is the resistance here, this is r, and right now it is having some sort of acceleration this. So here the resultant force will be equal to mg minus r, and that should be equal to mass into the acceleration. So this is the resultant force, and that's equal to mass into acceleration as stated by Newton's second law. So here we have mg minus r equal to m into a. So what is happening here right now is the resistance is increasing. So since r is increasing and mg is equal to constant, so what we should have is mg minus r should be decreasing. They say mg minus r should be decreasing. So it states that, so therefore this a also should be decreasing as the body falls. So as the body is falling or body falls. So that's the fate of the acceleration. Now what we have to find is the speed of the ball reaches 40 meters per second here, somewhere here. So calculate its acceleration at this speed. So at 40 meters per second, what we have is the value of resistance force is this much, is equal to, so this is 0.7 Newton. So it is 7 or 6, I think, 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is 0.6 Newton. So the formula here is ma is equal to mg minus r, or a is equal to mg minus r by this m equal to, m is equal to, it is 0.270 into z is 9.81 minus the value of r at that time is 0.6 Newton, and the mass is again 0.270 Newton kg, of course. So the value will be, so it will be 0.27 into 9.81 equal to minus 0.6 equal to divided 0.27. So the value is equal to 7.587 meter per second square. So if I write in 2SF, it's equal to 7.6 meter per second square. 7.6 meter per second square. Now in this question, what you have to do is we have to identify whether the ball reaches terminal velocity or not according to this question A3. So in question A3, what we have is, in question A3, the velocity of the ball is 60 meter per second. 60 meter per second. So it wants us to identify whether at 60 meter per second the ball has reached terminal velocity or not, or we can say whether the ball reaches terminal velocity or not when it reaches the ground. So for that, what we have is at terminal velocity, we have a equal to 0. A0 means what we have is, from this relation, what you can have is mg minus r is equal to 0, or I can say r equal to m into g. And this will be, since the mass is equal to, mg will be equal to, mass is again 0.270 into, this is 9.81, so equal to, it is 2.6487 Newton. So the value of R is equal to 2.64879 Newton. So this will be so 2.648 will be somewhat here. This is 2, this is 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.7, somewhere here, 2.65, and this will amount to somewhere here, So it means the velocity will be, it is 80, 90, 84. So it will be 84 meter per second. So that means there will be a terminal velocity if the body can reach 80 meter per second, or it reaches the terminal velocity at 84 meter per second, which is not possible here, because it is said that on reaching the ground it is 60 meter per second. It has to reach 84 meter per second. So 84 is not possible. So that's why the reaching of terminal velocity is impossible here. So what you here do is this corresponds to velocity of 84 meter per second, which the body cannot reach. So it cannot reach because the maximum it does is 60 meter per second.